feds and the NYPD stepped up its crackdown on violent gangs in New York City, arresting 14 reputed Crips gang members who have plagued the Cypress Hills houses in Brooklyn housing project with illegal guns and drugs, authorities said Tuesday. The scope and nature of this investigation reads like something out of a Hollywood movie script, said FBI Assistant Director in Charge Diego Rodriguez. The cast of Cretins included Jason Soto, 27, a reputed member of the Crips backside crew who allegedly has been involved in drug trafficking, robberies, distribution of firearms, and a bizarre plot to kill an elderly woman with poison-tainted crack, according to papers unsealed in Brooklyn federal court. Investigators monitoring Soto's cell phone learned that he was seeking to retaliate against the woman because she tried to boot an associate of Soto's out of her apartment because she was stiffed on the $100 rent. Upon learning of the conversation, law enforcement took action by warning the woman not to use any narcotics provided to her by Soto, Assistant U.S. Attorney Andre Spector stated in court papers. Soto was approached by NYPD detectives on April 7 and advised that he is suspect in a murder to try and deter him from hurting anyone else around the projects. But one day after he was warned, Soto was intercepted on his cell phone trying to buy 5 illegal guns. Also charged are Tarek Hankins, 29, and Ronald Gotti Jackson, 37. Who allegedly were running a cocaine pipeline from the project in East New York to Utica, NY. Hankins' associates allegedly dispatched a female courier, Gil Ermina Escobar, 26, to travel upstate by bus with 90 grams of coke secreted in her vagina. Jackson was secretly recorded discussing special precautions to deter detection by a drug-sniffing dog. "Spray it with some cologne, put some pepper in that bye," Jackson said, according to court papers. The crackdown, sources said, is related to the recent arrest of Crips allegedly responsible for an armed home invasion robbery at the East New York project where the gang members stole Balmain jeans which retail for $1,500 a pair, then modeled the clothes on Facebook. Hankins and co-defendant Michael Vales allegedly took to Facebook, also, boasting how after they were pulled over by New York State troopers while driving upstate, they were able to ditch bags of crack Vales was allegedly carrying before the officers obtained a warrant to search their body cavities. "It was that serious," Vales, 29, ranted on Facebook. "They had me in the precinct with had to take that S out of my trunk and throw that S in the garbage in the precinct." The investigators searched the precinct later and recovered 2 ounces of crack from the garbage inside a room where Vales and Jackson were being held, the prosecutor said. Brooklyn U.S. Attorney Robert Capers said the roundup sends a message of hope to the besieged residents of the Cypress Hills houses who have been terrorized for years by gang violence. In April, the NYPD and several federal law enforcement agencies carried out the largest gang takedown in New York City history, collaring 120 members of rival gangs in the Bronx.